Hello everyone. I should get my guitar. Here it is. I don't know where my pick is. See if I can do this. Sweet Home. Welcome to Sweet Home Maricopa, and that was horrible. I promise I won't do that too often. Do it every now and then, but kind of want to have a hook when you're starting a new production, and that's my hook right now. Sweet Home Maricopa. So, I talked about Vlad. I refer to him as Vlad the Impaler, of American News Network fame. And I mentioned how when I listen to him, sometimes it's just like listening to myself think. This is a godly, America-loving, well, he is an immigrant. But my family, I'm like third generation. My grandfather immigrated from Austria-Hungary, Czechoslovakia area. So he's a first generation. He's not fresh off the boat. He was like 5, I think, when he came here. All right. So there's a news article or interview that Jim Jordan did, and Vlad referenced that, and other people I've been watching referenced, and they're talking about how Jim Jordan is confident that in 2022 the Republicans will take back both the House and the Senate. I think he was just talking about the House. But people that are talking about this believe that the Republicans will take back both the Senate and the House, but in particular the House, because that's where Jim Jordan is. And he also confidently asserted that if Donald Trump runs for president again in 2024, that he will be elected. All right. So a lot of people are saying that's incredible. And I believe it as well. I'm kind of in that camp. Especially with what's going on in Maricopa. I think that's a reformation that's getting contagious. It's going to spread, and the whole nother segment on why I'm so confident in that. But Vlad, of all the people that I've heard comment on that Jim Jordan comment, he kind of said, well, what about the ADT? What about the ADT of Jim Jordan? Trump being president in 2024, and it's always been not even in the back of my mind, and I'm sure a lot of your minds, well, what about 2021? What about this thing? Okay, so we got to be careful not to say that this ADT is the goal is to overturn our people picking process from November of 2020. The people picking process that we use, people being politicians. So the way we pick our politicians, the process by which we pick our politicians with pen to paper, that the goal of this examination or this perusal of our people picking process is to overturn that. And it's not. It's not. Like, literally, it's just, well, the people are not confident in the results. And it's like 40% of America. It's not just Republicans. It's like 70% of Republicans and 30% of Democrats and a bunch of the independents, and it averages out to about 40%. That's 4 in 10 people. Okay. Now, if it was some fringe like 1% or a 0.1% of America that was, insecure and not confident in our people picking process, then, okay, discard it. Don't spend a bunch of money to regain their confidence. But if you have 40% of your populace that are not confident in our people picking process, 40%, that mandates looking into things. Because think about it, I could go and I put my pen to paper on that piece of paper that I decide to pick on who is going to be my president, and then it's completely out of my hands. It's gone. It's off into the ether. It's off into the government machine, the bureaucracy. And it's like, whoa, I haven't seen a lot of things that I should be confident in. So it's not to overturn. It's just to gain confidence. However, this is a legal process. There's been like 4 court decisions in Arizona that have pushed this thing forward, right? And that's the strength of our nation. It's, yes, the enemies of the people are in control of a lot of, like, the House and the Congress and the media and the entertainment industry and academia. And, it's like feels like we're on the losing end. But no, the judiciary, right? We've got 6 out of 9 5 out of 9, 6 out of 9 Supreme Court justices, and a whole mess of judges across the country. Whether they're conservative or not, there's a legal system in place, and it would have to be, even the liberal judges have to abide by the law, and there are glaring discrepancies or glaring violations of law where they interpret based on their biases. But for the most part, most judges have to follow the law, and we've got more conservative judges in their positions than ever that are not that are not interpreters of the law. What is it? The constitutionalists. Application of law rather than interpretation of the law. Getting my terms mixed up there, but something's going to happen. Like if there were laws broken. Like if there's 17.4%, as Vlad has reported, discrepancy in what was reported in November and what they found as of this past Monday, then lawsuits, judges start making decisions, and it's a domino effect, right? We're hearing that dominoes falling, and so it's unprecedented. But things that have never happened before are happening all the time. Maybe that'll be my log line or my slogan at the end. Things that have never happened before happen all the time. So this process happening in Maricopa, it's never been done before, but it has to be done. The law is there for it to be done. The ballots are preserved after every people picking process for 22 months or whatever it is, or 18 months. Everything, there I said it, the papers, not the balloons, they're preserved. Why? Why are they preserved? Just to sit there and take up space and, lose money on rental space for all this piles of paper? Why? Why does the law say they're preserved? So that what's going on in Maricopa right now can be done. And it's never been done before. And now it is happening. It's something that's being invented. They say, they have never had experience. These unexperienced people in there doing this. It's like, yeah, because it's never been done before. This is something, things that have never happened before happen every day, happen all the time. And it's a good thing, but it will lead to other unprecedented things. Like, I don't know how long it takes to work its way all the way up into the court system and for the other states to apply this process. But, Vlad is talking, I was like, wait, Trump in 2024? I don't know. This is unprecedented. So what happens? Final thought. What happens if it is determined that the current occupant of that office that presides over the land is legally removed, right, by the law of our land? It's like, oops, you aren't supposed to be there. It was a mistake that we allowed this to happen. There's this 2 months between the picking and the inauguration, and that's not enough time for figuring all this out. 80 million votes. But now a process is in place where it can be done. And so what happens if legally the actual winner was not put in place, and then the courts say now the actual winner should be put in place? He doesn't get a full 4 years, right? Time is ticking. It's a 4-year term. Would we have to change that? Like the 4 years starts from that moment? I'm for that. Like it would offset when we do elections, but again, things that have never happened happen all the time, and sometimes they have to happen. And so if it's like, August, what some people are saying that this thing happens, or if it's a year from now and he gets put in, we do not get his full 4 years. We only get whatever's left. That's not fair. All right. So what by law he would have to take, if he was the rightful winner. Okay. Gosh, I don't want to get this banned, but if it's determined by law, like the law determines that he has to go and take his position because he was actually the one who should be there, he's also due 4 years. So do we move our process, or do we give him a little extra, or it's not fair to trim from that 4-year term? So I don't know, comment down below and tell me what you think. Again, subscribe and share and pass this around to everyone, and click the like button right now. Come on. Hurry up.